What's up, fellow lords of gaming? So, bear with me because I'm testing out YouTube streaming, but I did want to begin playing the Dosa. I don't know how you say it. Some Korean tell me how to say it appropriately, but I am testing out YouTube streaming. I do plan on switching over and going over to Twitch to do these streams because it's just easier to do over there. In terms of like what my network is and stuff. But I wanted to start getting into leveling up this character because I haven't been as excited for a character in a little while, and this one kind of has me the most excited. So let's jump into this. So essentially, we've got the Season Plus server, that is the Season server, and we have the Season Plus Plus, which makes it a really good opportunity for you to get in and start working on building up characters. So here you can see we get an XP boost event that's basically going on. So the main ones we're concerned with, this combat XP is at 1000%. The skill XP is at 100%. So that's good. We've got the item drop rate at 50%. And then we have Agris Fever and so forth. We're not really worried about that. Now, if you want to accelerate your method of kind of farming out, you can take a look inside your family tree and take a look at some of the things that you basically have, like, you know, any of your scrolls and stuff like that you can basically use to add on any of the potions. I hate using the potions just because there's such short time windows on these things and it just requires you to consistently reuse them. This is not really my favorite thing. You also have the like item collection scroll if you want to do that while you're doing. I wouldn't suggest using that while you're leveling up. At most, go ahead and click on, you know, a combat XP scroll so that way you can boost those levels up, whatever. But that's about it, realistically. So Dosa, something else that I like about Black Desert Online specifically is the ability for us to just have items that become stored up. If you were to go through my inventory for over the years that I've played this game, I have so many uniforms for characters, you know, saved up inside here. You know, whatever it is, I've just got a whole lot. So for instance, right now the Dosa is he's got his Enlightened Tiger premium set that is available. So I have that Thankful premium outfit box. You can see here I have a number of them. I've got some nostalgia sets and stuff like that that don't necessarily have Dosa included in them, but you can see retroactively all of my premium outfit boxes do have that. So I'm going to take one out from there for that. Now, another thing that you might want to take a look at too is, like, if you're playing the game fairly frequently enough, there's going to be the ability for you to save up inventory scrolls. So you'll get these from playing through some of the story missions in themselves, but you can see these are like inventories items that were given to us over the years that I've played the game that I've just stored up because I don't level up every single character. I can tell you this for sure. We get enough outfit boxes, to be truthful with you, and I haven't paid for these, that I have an outfit, a premium outfit for every single character on release. I always have enough where I have a premium outfit. Now, do I buy every outfit? No, I don't. But I do buy the outfits that I like, and therefore I'm able to have them. One of the things you want to take a look at is whether or not you're going to use these. They also give out quite a few of these that if you know you wanted to get 2-3 characters up, I really feel like you could have like the max inventory outage, you know, the 192 slots and stuff like that you need for that inside the character. So I'm not going to use these just quite yet because, like I said, you can get some of these along the way, and you're really going to have to wait. I would really wait till you get the character to level 60, 61. So that way you can determine whether or not, you know, this is the character for you. So that's it. Now, you have 2 ways to go about leveling. And I would highly suggest you take the story route if you're new at it. And that begins here inside of next to Edon over here at the, I guess, what is this? The Ancient Stone Chamber. Yeah. So we're at the Ancient Stone Chamber, and you know, they kind of revamped the story. They always revamp the story. I don't really want to play through the story though, just because like I've done the story quite a few times. I do like to see the updates and changes, but one of the easy ways would basically to begin everything is, especially if you're looking for items, like you're brand new BDO player, you're looking for items. is to basically come over to Edon and begin this story quest. And he's going to basically start telling you things. And it's just like, hey, the objective is complete.
Worker, come hither. Haven't you heard time is Blackstones?
I'm his Blackstones.
The eminent Lord Jordine must be as quick as now. I would love
so you can see here, like you're going to be gaining knowledge if you don't have it. You're going to be gaining some items to help you go through this. It's a lot of different things that basically help you out with the story. I'll play through some of this. It's really cool to play the story as well because you're leveling up your Black Spirit. I love the Black Spirit that as he looks on my other characters. So very fairly, straightforward in terms of like questing and stuff like that, some of this is, I guess, if you were playing, it's a really good thing to have to level up the character, especially if you're a new player. If you're a vet, probably not so much to take a look at this, but yeah. I have to say they do a good job of revamping this to make you want to play it though. I usually just play this because I love the engagement with the Black Spirit. So like this is my favorite thing, to be perfectly honest. Is the Black Spirit. I love the Black Spirit. You could always get that evolution. So here goes another really cool thing about this is that if you are playing this, one of the reasons why you do want to do the quest lines and stuff like that is if you notice on the right side there was the Rulepe's travel log. So what is it? I can never remember how to pull this damn thing up. Can never remember it. What is it? I can't remember what it is. How to pull up my travel log. The adventure log bookshelf anyways. So you have Rulepe's adventure log. And in there's a requirement for you to complete about, I don't know, 10,000 quests. And so leveling up the character through questing mode typically helps that. So like you can take a look at your books. These books are really important for you to complete. There's a number of different books inside of the series which will net you, bonuses for your account overall, whether they're stamina, HP, and some of them also have DP and AP increases as well, and those are really important to do. So you can see here even what they added for the Land of the Morning Light. We've got storybooks, so it's kind of important to take a look at those overall. Now one of the things that they did simplify as well, at least from what I remember looking at, because it doesn't relate to any quest, is just leveling up your character on a season character. So here you have the season pass. You can purchase for the additional rewards over here. You can see like the event classic outfit box, the storage maid for like Fairy Irene, whatever. It doesn't really make a difference with the fairies, but transaction maids. These are typically good items basically throughout the game to get to bonus up your resources. You're going to get these time-filled Blackstones as well while you're playing a seasoned character, and those things are going to net you, to help you level up like your Naru gear and stuff like that before you exit the server. Especially right now, you exit the server with a full set of Tet boss gear. So you can see here the all new adventure support box, and you're going to be able to convert, exchange weapons and stuff like that. So kind of important to look at those. You can even see here I'm going to get a full pin to Vala earring. It's good stuff overall. In my opinion, I think that the Black Spirit Pass is worth it. It's 3,000, especially if you're a new player, kind of help you get out there. Do you need to do it? No. Realistically, no, you don't need to do it. Like I wouldn't say that it's a requirement, but it does help overall.
Oh, this stench! How dare you stand? Now, even do you know how?
I shall glad. How? What would compel you to ask such an obvious? Do you not know the ancient? We told he's making it.
Eden was handpicked by our eminent Sir.
I sincerely.
I shall punish you for your suspicions in time. For now,
So
concern yourself.
Yes, I shall.
you can see here it's basically the main quest and stuff like that is trying to take you through to complete these things. And this is going to be the long way. So you can see up here to the left, the Rulepe's travel log basically pop up. And you can see, for getting those 10,000 quests done, you'll get a permanent enhancement chance of +1, and it's family wide. You can see here, the more quests you complete, you get that more permanent chance. So it is worth it, I guess, at some points to just run through the characters and do the quest. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it wasn't necessarily a thing, and it's not necessarily a thing I want to focus this video on. Now, the really cool part about the Season Plus as well, let me see if I can pull that up so you can see. Here we go. So you have the season plus, right? So with this one, we can take a look at the GM note, right? So I want to specifically take a look at that really quickly. But here you have season plus benefits, and essentially what this is going to allow you to you're going to level up really quickly. So you might as well take advantage of that, and then if you need to, you can go back and play the stories. But you're going to level up faster because of combat XP being at 1,000 with the server XP, and then any type of bonuses. But when you reach level 61, you're going to unlock an extra level 61 character. Yep. So that means that one of your characters that you can basically use is going to basically, so like for instance, I didn't play the Scholar, but I really want to play the Scholar. I also didn't play some of the other classes that came out before, mostly because they were female classes. I'm not really that interested in playing female classes, but we can unlock the extra character at level 61. And then here as well, you can see that you can claim a full set of Tet boss gear. Tet boss gear is going to get you off to the right start in the main quest line. So you notice we have the simplified main quest line that you can follow if you want to do that. So I have like the simplified quest line. You can proceed with the simplified main quest line with non-seasonal characters, right? So then you notice that they also added the ability for you to get pin accessories a little bit quicker as well. So if you need those pin accessories, they basically reduce the cost of the accessory items inside their overall. So this is a good thing as well, right? Next up, they added the ability for you to hunt for the Odor's Spirit Essence and the Onet's Spirit Essence as well. What these are infinite HP, infinite MP pots. So you basically equip one and they have a cooldown, and your fairy, if you have a good fairy, will be able to use those while they're on, as they release from cooldown. You also will get a tier 8 horse with 5 courser skills through the season pass. So this is really good because you're going to have all of these skills that are required for courser, which means that, you basically just need to get another horse, let them mate, and then, you can hopefully get going on your dream horse. There's a number of other items as well. So now inside the challenges, we've got the Pin Black Star weapons. You got the Tet Black Star weapons available. You got the Jace Hammer Precision, the Dream Horse, the value pack. There's a bunch of things that are basically going on in the game. To me, at least to me right now, that makes this just like one of those things that's like one of those times where it's like, hey guys, let's really take a look at getting into BDO if this is like, your kind of game. So you can take a look right now. I don't really have anything but the Huangdo sword on my character. It's fairly weak, but to be honest with you, not that difficult. I love the movement style of the character as well. Just really cool. Strike him with a pickaxe.
Oh, eating strong. No. Never mind. Do you see those hungry wolves stalking about in the grass? The horses won't budge thanks to that scary lot. Sir Roig may appear like he's not watching, but he sees all. So this is the time to show your stuff, my friend.
Weren't you an excavator? I thought you'd get eaten alive. But it seems you've some use. I'll grant you access to the ancient stone chamber. Go and help Eden finish up with the excavation.
So you can see here, one of the reasons why it might be helpful to do this, because you can pick up like some items and stuff like that from there. So immediately start to level up. You'll notice as well that you'll start collecting items for which you can equip and stuff like that. Is it like, I guess it depends on like, exactly where you are with this or whatever, but you can pick up items. What I'm going to do is open up this uniform set though, because I do want to get the bonuses. So one of the things that you get from having some of these uniforms that they have is that you do get the combat XP and the skill XP bonuses, while also getting a durability reduction and the death penalty reduction as well. So, I'm happy to do that. So we'll equip that. I don't know why I'm not pressing enter. And there you go. So all of those items are basically complete inside the set. And so we have the look of the awakened Dosa, or the new enlightened tiger set that they basically have in the game. Now, if you are playing for like the premium pass, you can go in here and make your changes to the character class as you see fit. I'm not going to do those right now. I'll kind of probably change around these settings from the yellows and stuff like that. I'll probably go with some like purple, to be honest, purples and yellows instead of these purple and oranges, but we'll figure out where those are. So we have the set right now. So our sword has the awakened look to it as well from the premium set. So there we go. Cool. All right. So if you're not interested in doing the set, right, or the game, where do you want to first go in order to start leveling up? You can go with the story mode, or the very first areas that you can go would be over here to hunt goblins. The 12 to 15 area with just outside of Valia over here, and then just outside of the Forest of Plunder. These two areas will have goblins that are typically in that 12 to 15 area. You really don't need to hang around here. These guys are mostly just starter fodder, and it's pretty much easy to go to that area. So let's make our way over to Finto. Now, one of the things I don't have right now is a horse. So I'm gonna have to carry my happy ass all the way over there because I don't have a horse. Before we do that though, let me grab this quest. I can't remember if, yeah, we'll leave that. Actually, I don't have a horse, so we're gonna make our way to the stable because I do want to get a horse. While we make this run though, I want to bring up to you guys so that way you can see the shop items inside the game and kind of give you guys an idea about pay to win versus play to play inside BDO. By and large, I would say BDO is not pay to win. I think there'd be a lot of disagreements there. You can accelerate your character's development, but there's always that risk of chances at items. So for instance, you'll have people buying costumes and these advancement bundles and things like that. So you can see here, you can get probably more cron stones and more premium outfit box, but you're still dealing with the what has been BDO considered the fail stacking and the probability of success inside the game. So you could reasonably purchase these things and then still end up on the outs without actually leveling them up. So take that into how you consider it. Not to mention, like, if you're just looking for a game to play and you're not really worried about keeping up with the Joneses, then you really don't have to worry about anything because you don't need to purchase those. The things that I would say that are in the store, if you're just starting out, that are worth buying, are going to always be the value pack items. They will give you those on a frequent occurrence, but you're going to probably need some in between. What I like to do is come in during like the Black Friday, the Heido ball, the Calpheon balls, and usually they have the sales that are going on where you can basically purchase the value packs for for a lot of time, basically, so like 365, 180 days. So if you were to look here, you can see my Blessings of Calm and Sylvia. I have 127 days remaining on that one. You can see my value pack. I have 252 days remaining. And if I was to go inside my inventory, I'm pretty sure I have value packs for like 60 days and stuff like that. So I'll typically make sure that I have those. Blessings of Calm and Sylvia. The Old Moon one is also a good one. So you can see here, my secret book of Old Moon is 140 days. And so I'll usually keep those topped off, so that way it just helps out in the long run in terms of like, just basically like developing a character or keeping myself going. And usually I'm playing the game in the background to other games or something of the sort like that. Let's make our way right over here. And what this should allow me to do is, I'm not going to have any of my horses that are necessarily like going to help me out really well, but I do have a horse, Atticus, my boy. Let's take him out. So Atticus, his health is low. Get him some health back. All right, there we go. So there we go. So now I have Atticus. Now I can move around the map a little bit quicker. He's not a dream horse, but he does have the courser skills. Now, if you wanted to, upon logging in, you could go over to the challenge tab. And here you'll notice that, for instance, the pin Black Star weapons available. And then I can embark on my dream horse as well. I haven't decided which dream horse I specifically want from this one as of yet. I believe I have a... can't remember which one I have. Ardenaut. Excuse me. I have Ardenaut. Yeah, I have an Ardenaut. So I'm going to come over here. And we'll just go right here by Edwild's Hill. And this will allow me to just basically net myself some training. Now, be careful you don't go to Kron's Castle if you're going to use this method and just come over here and level up. You might get that ass spanked. But just come over to the field. You can see the characters are purple. There's more characters on the other side of the map, and at least from my understanding of it anyways. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put gear on. Totally forgot to put gear on. Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. Do not want to fight him. He's telling me I can't handle such a difficult enemy because I have no freaking clothes on. So if you notice, the enemies have gone from a purple color above their names to either white or red. That's because they're just basically becoming easier for me. I'm in zone basically to fight these enemies. I'm level 12. I would just stick around here till probably about, yeah, level 15. And you can even leave early if you wanted to, depending on what gear you have in stock. I mean, if you have a horse, kind of makes it easier too. You can see essentially how easy this is to level. Got in my god dang way. There you go. So we're at level 15 at this point. We've unlocked some skills. You've got some combat XP points. Good stuff, right? Like I said, it's fairly easy to level up in the game. Some of this, you know, to be honest with you, as I'm playing it right now, I'm like, I forgot how easy it was to level up from grinding. It's really, really easy. Now, the quests will net you some gear and stuff like that, makes it a little bit easier, but you know, my boy Atticus. What we'll do is, just because I forgot I didn't have any gear. So one thing of note that's important to notice in the game too, when you go about leveling, once you're done with this area, you can kind of just like escape back over to wherever it is that you want to go, run through some story quests or so forth. But if you're at that level, the next place that you're going to want to go is the Moretti Plantation. The Moretti Plantation is just south of Heidel. So this is Heidel. This is going to be a major spot. You're going to want to set up roots inside of Heidel, especially with the storage, and then probably your house that you're going to have. I can't remember which house I chose, but not all houses are equal in terms of what you get from them. But what you're looking to do basically is make your way right here to the Moretti Plantation for your next loop in the quest line, or in the grinding area, so that way you can start to level up. You'll start to see diminishing returns as you do these areas right here, so that's going to probably be your next best gambit. Now, something about the gear, I'll ride back over here while I do the story quest. I'm trying to zoom in, it's finicky sometimes. Something that you're going to want to pay attention to is your gear in terms of this. Now, I can't use gear from another character, meaning, so say all the characters that I have will have gear items on them, whether they're boss gear, whether they're, regular gear items or whatever. I can't switch those items over because essentially what ends up happening is I'm on a season server, so those items are locked out to me. Now, if I wanted to, I could switch over to a non-season server and I could then really use those items. But this is a season character that I created because I want to take advantage of the season plus benefits. So you'll notice here, these are the old moon guild support that they're basically showing, and I was on the path to get a pinned ring of the Crescent Guardian. Now I have a number of these items. They're just available to me inside of my shop or whatever. So if you were to look at my storage maids over here, and I was to go to storage and show you Ilia Island, I think that's where I store everything. That's where I'm basically storing all my items and stuff like that. But so this is a good point, so that way I can show you guys right now. So for instance, let's take a look at gear inside of here. I did forget to do this and gear up. Where do I keep my gear is the question. Never remember my inventory items. I could just do a search on it, but so like I keep my horse gear here, so I could equip this horse to move faster by putting in any of these items if I wanted to. I'm not gonna necessarily bother with that right now. I think Shikatu, no, that's where I keep it. No, I have Tuvala gear. So. No, I have Tuvala gear. This is killing me. Did I put my Tuvala gear on somebody? I did not mean to come to the basement with a horse.
You're practically drooling over those relics. I'm not sure. It just so happens that these murals take a closer look. A depiction of Noir III of House Bartali. The enormous crown symbolizes his unchallenged authority. One day, an alpine eternal life. Quite the thing, alas. The kings, by the fortunate, though this was barely over. However, did the ancients pierce south? This one.
Now, bear in mind that like the story's not bad to play through. Like, it's an easy way of leveling. It's just the combat XP bonus being 1,000. It's going to be so much easier to just level through the combat quests and so forth instead of trying to do it this way. Now, okay, so what I'll do inside here, I'll finish out in here, and then I'll go grab some Tuvala gear on somebody else. That way it makes it a little bit easier. Go through areas. I don't know why I forgot to do this, but I had to have Tuvala gear on somebody else.
My word. Is that you the one? Even my name? Martha! Well, no time. If everyone, I swear, who could have made every time I make a discovery?
I love the still Black Spirit. You love the Black Spirit. It's my favorite. I would play the game story just for the Black Spirit, to be honest. I love his evolution, some things like that.
I could hear laughing and you and I.
Eden, come.
Ah,
Not to mention the upside down.
dabbling in forbidden. Wait, stand back right now.
My goodness, what he...
Are you awake?
Love this cutscene though. This is a good cutscene. With Zara.
These are the memories of the forgotten world. Sorry, but you should have known better.
It's really simple story questing.
Your face suddenly turned. But
You wouldn't have...
ah, it must be that I was joking when I called you a living relic.
Eden, please. The relic has begun to move.
The relic probably away.
the black spirits.
I knew it. I knew you.
Oh, come.
You think that alone will...
So you can see here, this is what I meant by like if you're a new player, doing this is kind of important to do, because you can see here, like, this is a quest line that's basically going to give you an inventory slot, and that's a +2 expansion slot. That's, you know, that could mean a lot, to be perfectly honest with you. You can see here, this is the Belenos, the White Witch quest as well for that. So there's a lot of reasons to go about completing some of those quest lines, because, you know, they will net you items and things like that in the game that will help you.
The only time I've through this, I had a bad feeling something.
It's a bit inconvenient.
You can see there for that quest line, for instance, it was going to net us some things like your movement speed and stuff like that as well. So confirm that quest, and we get two inventory slots. Yeah. So here we go. So you can see here we got the helmet, and then we got the what you call it. I would not level these up. Don't worry about leveling those up. Now, if you're a seasoned player, you know, this is probably not for you necessarily, more for me. But to explain to people is that as you start to play the game more and you're leveling up other characters, if you want to, you can search for like things like Tuvala gear and stuff. So you can see here, I've got a Tuvala belt that is sitting on another one of my characters. I've got Tuvala earrings. I've got Tuvala necklace. These items, if I remember correctly, can be equipped to your character. Or maybe not. Let me try this real quick. So this is in Nopsay's Biot. So I'm going to take, would you like to continue something? Yeah, I got 24. Ah, there they go. This was all the items. Okay, so I can't use it. This item, yeah, so I can't use these. I thought that I could for some reason. Let's check this out. Make sure I can't. I thought I could. Addition for this item. What did it say? Has not been met. So let's see. Seasonal characters, you know, seasonal shared items. Normal items are available after seasonal graduation. So yeah, so this would be the seasonal item. This is a shared item. So it's like the Naru and stuff like that. So I can't use it. All right. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I thought I had maybe some Naru gear as well. Let me see. Naru. Let's just take that. That's all I have. Doesn't make sense. Whatever. Give it to me. Won't give it to me. Won't give it to me. Okay, so I can't. I guess I can't use it. I thought I could. Thought that I could. Did that change or something since the last time I leveled up a character? Because I could have sworn that I could. Yeah, I guess none of those items are going to be useful for me. So we may end up having the hard route. All right, you know what? That makes things a little bit easier in terms of determining what I'm going to do then, because I thought I had these items in my inventory for availability for use. I guess I didn't. So I guess what I'll do is I'll play through areas as story. You can kind of skip through the story parts if you've played this. I mean, more than likely, if you play this, you're probably not even gonna check this video out. But let's take a look. So all right, so we'll go to the next story place. Where's my goddamn horse?
It's a bit inconvenient.
I wasn't trying to talk to you, my man.
You wouldn't have.
I don't want to be completely underleveled for areas. This quest that they want me doing right here. I am really excited about the Dosa in terms of characters to play as, just because from a development type character, I don't think we've really had too many spell and sword type characters inside the game, and that kind of has me excited about them as well. You see here, this gave me Footsteps of Wind, so that's increasing my skill sets for that. You can see these are also going to net you XP. I wouldn't necessarily say the XP from some of the missions is as good as you hope. It does become a little bit trying to navigate, because it does carry over quests from other characters that you basically saw as well. So I have my pets out. Shit. There they go. All right. Didn't have them out. So that's good. All right. So let's get back on my horse. Away. Quest area. Now, like I said, probably the easier way, if not for the season plus and me having characters that I do want to have access to in terms of like getting to that next level, one of the easier ways to level up a character is to just do what I was talking about by grinding. So you could ignore the season server almost completely and then just grind, and it would still take you like relatively short time in terms of like leveling up a character. And I do need short time. Like the Dosa.
I saw. Well,
my name is Spain. I heard from Sir Roy that you.
It appears that.
Let's consider this a formal.
See?
Now, another good part about, if you are a fan of like the Pearl Abyss kind of games and you've been following Crimson Desert, I think there's a value in you playing through the story here, so that way you can see potentially what type of game you might be playing inside Crimson Desert, at the very least, because at least for our eyes, a lot of the stuff seems to be pretty much the same. Got my horse. Could put some stirrups on him so that way I can just ride from place to place and kill. Okay.
This is the Western Guard camp. Over. Officer Fania, you're wounded.
I'm fine. This is the. And yet goblins.
And here you can see, like, this is what I mean, like the movement speed, Footsteps of Wind is just like plus 50%.
King of the goblins.
There's going to be some quests that have that XP bonus and they have more value to do them than other ones. To be quite honest, what is his name of his channel? Evil Do Us No Harm. Go check out Evil Do Us No Harm. He has some really good videos on his channel about how to level up, you know, just by doing questing and stuff like that, which is really good.
I don't blame Gear for resenting.
It seems. Don't worry.
Why don't you go visit the skill and
How did my horse come back over here? Oh, I forgot that it does that now. Wish that I could cloud step.
Recommendation from Officer Fania. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will be. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will.
So you can see as you're leveling up, you're basically unlocking various skills, and pretty much the majority of them will unlock whether you're playing in your main succession, or your awakening skill line. What you'll be able to do, however, with the amount of skill points that you earn is increase certain items inside the game. So, for instance, here you can see Tayak Way of Fondo is at level 1, but you can get this all the way up to about level 10, which will increase the total effects that are down here. So, you're going to want about, I think it's like 2,600, 2,400 skill points for a character that you're highly invested in, so that way you can invest those points and basically level them up. This will take you some time. It's not going to probably be like something that you will do within 4 hours. You're going to probably need to play quite a bit, take advantage of skill XP potions and things like that. Now, something I do want to point out specifically is when you get to certain towns, you will be able to passively level up a character as well. Essentially, there will be the training locators like this, these instructors, and what those will allow you to do is use your training books that you will get as well. So if you look in like not in the challenges, let me change my stuff. So if you look at the items down here, what is wrong with you, my friend? Here we go. So if you're looking like my Black Spirit safe right here, where I have a couple items, you'll get these book of training. So you can see like a book of training combat, and you see this one is like for 3 days. And you can see here, this is a book of training skill for 3 days as well. What this enables you to do is basically put your character at one of the combat dummies, basically use this book, and then you'll gain combat XP while your character is training on the dummy. You don't need a book of 3 days in order to get to 61, to be perfectly honest. I don't think so anyways. I don't think you need a book of 3 days, but if you wanted to, you can do that. That will enable your character essentially though to hit those maxes as well. In terms of just passively playing, if that's something that you wanted to do, especially with no limit on a season server, it kind of makes some of that leveling. Like maybe you going on vacation for the weekend and you want to get your character invested, you just put it on the combat XP and then just come back when from your vacation, and your character more than likely will be leveled up, so long as, because the book will run out if you do not if you're sitting there and have the character what do you call it? Your network goes down or something like that.
So that you could go dig up these worthless.
Apologies, Your Highness. As speculated, what we found was merely.
You don't. You're professionals. Are you? You think these results? Get out! All of you! Never show your faces here again!
Oh my. Okay, Cersei. I do not remember that.
You've lost your... Though it strikes me as odd. I heard all the... Why, it's this Jordine fellow making his own...
Since there aren't any black stones left in the stone chamber, one possessed by a black... I pray you remain...
Stop scaring them.
I do not recall her screaming like that at all. It's kind of funny. Like, I don't remember that. All right.
From our first, I have a proposal for you. What?
So these become important for you to understand what's happening in terms of like crossroads paths, just because like you can see here, I completed this crossroads path and it tells me I did it twice, right? And so he's like, hey, you want to work with the Black Spirit, but you can see at no point in my playthroughs have I done the crossroads for no greater honor. So this kind of helps you like fulfill quest lines in terms of who you're helping out, what skills you'll get and stuff like that. But I'll do this one since I haven't done this path at all yet. Haven't done that path, so yeah, might as well do it. Might as well.
Take this letter of recommendation.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ah, Lady Durette's recommendation. We are currently tasked. He suddenly appeared, although we're still unsure how he came to possess his current power. But first, we need to deal with these steel imps.
Yeah, Amity, those are always good to get. Increase your amity passively with characters. I don't need you to tell me anything about that. What I want to do is go in my inventory, equip these items. Now, one of the things that you're going to learn as you go on, and I might as well tell you right now, is about like contribution nodes. So there may be places as you start to level up that is going to be important for you to stay there and grind for a while. So for instance, Catfishman, you'll be here for a little bit as you grind to get to your level like 50 area. And you can have nodes set up so that way if you're going to grind there on a continual basis, like for instance, Salzman's and over here, this area right here by Medea Castle, Sarma Outpost, and Salzman's Garrison used to be highly popular way back in the day. And a node investment on this was important because essentially that node investment would help you in terms of like farming in the area and getting drops and stuff like that. So those used to be important. Are they important anymore? Not really, but you might want to basically consider those node investments overall. So just keep that in mind if you're just getting started out. You will have to build up a node network in terms of essentially how you're looking at the game in terms of actions like this character class. I'm dying to get to the awakening part, which is one of the reasons I was just going to do a grinding bit to it. But yeah, I haven't played the story in a while, so hopefully some of you enjoy this or whatever. Like, I am kind of really excited about this class.
Impressive. Already the soldiers and the... Let's use this momentum to track down Red Nose. If you know a few days ago, I will be waiting.
His nose was so... I was patrolling. I turned around. Boy, that imp was...
Soldiers got fucked up by Red Nose.
Defense is survival. Don't hesitate investing in armor.
No, I was off anyway. Well, this is rather the ground started.
You started this whole commo.
I'll think about that. The important thing now is to... You're up for the task, aren't you?
Gain some knowledge.
It's you! Look here! I've caught a useful prisoner. It's ready to be really...
I told you.
Hey, Eden told me that you were... And I shouldn't...
You think I knew I did? Ah, Randall.
Oh,
What? I said nothing.
well...
Sounds good. Me?
I will look for traces of...
And more inventory slots. Guess I've done both.
I bought one. He was when he was just red nose. The man told Red Nose to remember.
Get my Black Spirit adventure before I forget about this.
Ah, so
Blackstone, except now, grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. Right, good. Now it's mine. Using the information you got, you can see here, I was racking... Take this potion. What? You think I'm trying... Oh, can you see it? Those are his... Hold on, don't touch it.
I don't remember this, so this might be new for me. This was here for the last story.
It's Red Nose's hideout. Why don't you take a step back? Fania's soldiers will be here soon. It's best to fight together.
Yeah, this is new. I don't remember this part. I mean, it's been a while since I played the story quest, but I swear you can level your character up in like a matter of maybe 4 or 6 hours by just going to the grinding locations. That was cool. I do not. The last time I played this, that was not. This was not how I was introduced to Red Nose. Shit, move! Get out of here. Oh, they've changed this. I want to rework his uniform. You see all the pixelation in here. That was cute. See here, we get those skill points. Another important reason why you might quest. Don't have that.
To think, you know, how could someone? How would you feel
If you would just hand over the Blackstone.
Apologies, Your Highness, but I couldn't...
Yes, my lady. They have met.
Is that so? Tiny Nose's information was instrumental.
We found evidence of them trading military.
What shall be done with him? Shall...
No way!
We've lost track of Red. There's a coastal village.
I've sent a message to the Velia Vigilantes. Tiny Nose, you've been contracted out as a laborer. I expect you to work hard.
Okay. This essentially wants me to go to Velia now. want to do before I go to value though. So before I go to value, because I want to level up, I'm gonna go to the Moretti plantation. Yep, I'm making my way to the Moretti plantation. So you'll find, like, realistically, when you're playing the season, you want to complete the levels as quickly as possible so that way you can get into the main of the game. But if you're, especially if you're a vet player and you've played it for quite some time, then there's not a real reason to experience some of the story or go back, other than some of the benefits that you'll get from completing some of the quests, which isn't a bad thing to do. But it can be a little bit tedious, especially if you've done it 20 plus times because of characters. But you can level up and you can complete the seasons relatively quickly, and that way you can jump into the normal servers. Now, if you're just a PvE player, there's not really much conveyed in terms of like the benefit of skipping to the season servers. So I would just say just level up your character as you're going, and then graduate on your own terms, so that way you can get a feel for the game, get the benefits of leveling up the character overall. It really is not that difficult. Net gold benefits and stuff like that, that'll be beneficial to you. But most people are vet players who are just trying to look at getting leveled out at this point. Season gift exchange coupon. I don't remember what season gifts are available to me now. I think I gotten all the season gifts. And trust me when I tell you, like, you can literally level a character probably all the way to 60, 61 within the span of maybe about 4 hours max. Me probably do it quicker than that. Some people, I don't even bother using like combat XPs and stuff like that. And if you use those combat XP potions and things like that, it'll just accelerate the rate at which you can do it. You can see, yeah. I want to come over here to Moretti so that way you can see, like, I don't know why my character's not sprinting. See just how easy this is. One of the reasons why I am contemplating doing this with my characters because of the fact that you can see what I mean. It's really quick. See how quick this is. I love this character. Movement doesn't feel as fluid necessarily as the assassin does. So you could hang around here if you wanted to. You could hang around here for a little bit more levels, but I find it starts to get inefficient, like right around this level. At least from what I remember, leveling up characters and stuff like that. Like, start to have those huge dip offs right around about 23. So you can do a few levels here, but the next area that we will go to, especially because of the grouping of the enemies inside here, that's really more what it is. If you notice, there's not large groupings of enemies here, which makes it a little bit difficult, right? To like maintain the pace of like leveling up. That's more or less what it is that there's not a lot of grouping. So the next place that we're going to head to, we'll get to this probably at some point in the story. This is the Abyssal Well for the Magnus that allows you to teleport all over the map. So the next area that you're going to end up at is going to be Glish. So right next door here, you can see Glish Ruins. You can see Glish, the area over here. So essentially all along this water path and then into here, you're going to be battling swamp nagas. And you can start from here and just make your way around or whatever you want to do it, or you can just go park yourself over here inside the Glish Ruins, and you can work this area till you're probably realistically about level 25. If you are geared up significantly, then you can just skip past that and make your way over to the Bloody Monastery, which is just south of that. And to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of times I'll just skip completely over the Glish Ruins and just go directly to the Bloody Monastery and work from there, because you can see it's level 23, 26. So matter of fact, I'm going to do that. We'll make our way over here real quick, and I'll get to level, that way I can get to level 25. I'll come back to the story after that. But this is these swamp fogans and stuff like that over here. Yeah, you can battle these guys till you're about level 25 if you're comfy. If you're getting the gameplay loop of the characters, you can come in here. Now, don't forget that you are unlocking a number of skills and staying with the skills and understanding what you're doing. And the combo rotations for your character is kind of important as well. So just don't forget about that. But you can see like the real benefit of playing this character class. He has a lot of flow skills where they just kind of flow into each other, and you can just kind of keep continuing the skills. But you notice that you're pretty much unlocking the majority of these classes. It's just, the skills they're giving you access to all of them, so it's not a really big deal in terms of getting that going and stuff like that. But yeah, just pay attention to that. So let's see about getting to level 25. So you can stay here at the Bloody Monastery till you're realistically about level 30. I would only make my next move to the next area, which is left of Glish, the Red Orc camp, if you feel really confident. I have skipped over there, but I usually am geared up and don't really have any gear here to speak of to warrant the move up over there. If you notice, I still only have the earrings, the helmet, I've got the armor, and then I've got, you know, this item. So let's see how we fare over here at the Bloody Monastery, and we can use that to get to level, get us an additional 8 levels. Realistically, the Red Orc camp is placed at, you know, once you get to level 30, you could also skip over, and I usually like to go directly to the Kepler mine, which is, you know, get a look at whether these guys were purple or not. Didn't look like they did any damage to me, so that's a good thing. Oh no. Got a crash inside here. Alright guys. I gotta deal with this crash. What the hell just happened? Black Desert has been crashing on me quite a bit lately. I'm not exactly sure why. To a safe place. Safe space for my horsey. The node manager is nice and conveniently off the path over here, which makes it so they are hitting me a little bit harder here, so I'll have to be careful about that. I don't have any gear on and stuff like that, but it shouldn't be too problem. Because the one benefit about having an area over here is you can do 2 places inside the monastery here for leveling, and each has its benefit, I guess, depending on where you're at in your play skills. And essentially, you can stay on the outskirts over here. Really nice, right? Because being on the outskirts over here essentially allows you to deal with I guess, number of characters in terms of their congestion, or you can go directly into the heart of things and I do like this character. You asked for it, homie. I'm not having a hard time with these characters, which is as I thought I was. Is nice. I like the way I gotta learn the flow of the skill sets, but it's just really nice. You can see how easy that was to get to. Now, if you look up to the left on the screen, you'll notice it says Elvia Bloody Monastery. I would not suggest you go in there at this level. That is, so you can see what I mean about having higher groupings and stuff like that. But you can go in here so that way you can effectively get basically level up easier, where you don't have to worry about players. It creates your own zone. It's a little bit harder, so the rewards are better. Now you'll see the white person on my map. The white spot, that's somebody else who's been here. I don't want to take over his farming ground, so I'm just gonna kind of pass, see what his rotation is inside of here. It seems to be clearing a little bit slower. I'm not sure what class he was playing. Is he leaving? I didn't really want to do that and make him force him to leave. I love this character. It's a lot of fun. I like this, the way the skills and stuff like that. It's the really cool part about this character is that he has like quite a bit going for him in terms of what they've developed with the kit. Because he's got summons, he's got AoE, he's got single DPS. There's a lot for the character. I'm gonna go on the outside here because, like I said, I don't want to. Wasn't my intention to take over his spot. You could be nice about it, or you could be a dick about it. I think there's some people who would prefer to just be a dick. And they would, you know, take over the spot. And I think a lot of people want to be at a fight for spots and stuff like that. I'm not of that mindset, you know, like, be courteous. Just, he was here first. Just let me move from that area and I'll work on a rotation that's not here. And like I said, you know, if you notice, I'm doing this without any gear on either. But it'd be a lot quicker if you had, you know, any gear pieces. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's Dosa. That's my Black Spirit skill. But it's taking me a little bit longer just because, like I said, I'm trying to be mindful of the player that was here prior to me. Try not to take over his spot. Now, he realistically shouldn't be here too. So why he's hanging around here longer than what he is? As you can see, I came over here, I got to level 20 really quickly, so I'm not exactly sure why he would be there anyways. I like this character a lot. It's weird because with the Hashashin, I feel like there's a, he has some really nice skills in terms of what he does, but I do feel like a lot of times there's a action that goes with him. So cool. Still in here. What's he doing? Character, see. Essentially, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not exactly sure why that person's hanging around. That took me all of maybe about 5 minutes to go from 22 to 30. Really don't need to stick around here any longer than that, to be perfectly honest. Not exactly sure why they're here. So the next area that you would realistically be going to is a couple of places. So you can go to the Red Orc Camp, which is over here. So you can see this is like, it says like level 23 to 26. Personally, I don't tend to go to Red Orc Camp. I tend to just skip over it. Depending on your skill levels, you know what I mean? You choose what you're going to do or whatever. But I tend to skip that area completely. You see, the good thing is they've added like levels in certain areas, and then there's AP values in certain areas as well. So I'm at level 30 now. So reasonably, what I would be doing is going over to is like the Kepler Mine area. Where is it at? Ah, here we are. So reasonably, this is where I tend to go, is Kepler Mine after that. Depending on gear level, I might just make my way over to Marnie's lab instead, and play up a little bit harder because I'm going to gain levels fairly quickly. So, it's not necessarily rough to do that. I would suggest, like, skip over Red Orc Camp, skip over Baragi Den, and just make your way over to Kepler Mine and level up over there. You can stay there to roughly about level 38, level 40, and then make your way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head back down here because I do want to do the story quest, but you can see essentially how fast this is leveling. It doesn't take long, like, to level up a character. Well, completely level up a character, yeah, it's quite the journey, but to level up a character to get them to like level 50, 59, where you want to be is like pretty much 59, so that way you can and get off this PvP server or get off the season servers and make your way over to the servers. You can see here, like, the quest is basically to reach yourself all the way up to level 61, I believe it is. Might just be 60. Yeah, level 60. So just once you get up to level 60 with a character, no kidding, you guys, it takes all of probably like a few hours to do that. The rest of the stuff you'll complete within that time. You'll collect items along the way. You can see here pin Tuvala gear, things like this, and this will just make, once you start getting like Tuvala gear, stuff like that you can level up, it'll make the game infinitely easier in terms of like leveling up your character and stuff like that. Because you'll pretty much one-shot enemies, mostly up to catfishmen. And another way that you could do it, I don't really like to tell people to do this, is you can just kind of leech farm. If you don't want to play the season servers and stuff like that, you can leech by getting one of your friends to basically party up with you, take you directly to catfishmen, and will level up from catfishmen quickly. So one of the reasons why I keep a pair of Tuvala gear with me is that if I don't really care about what the season rewards are, I'll just join into a regular server after creating the character, and I'll just put on that gear and go right directly to catfishmen and level all the way to 61 in a matter of maybe about 2 hours, I think it is, or something like that. I think I've done it before. You know, throw on a bunch of potions and stuff like that, and I'm good. Level that character up pretty quick. But I want to make my way back over here to town. Now, one of the things that I'm going to kind of finish up this stream right here, I wanted to test how it was going to go on YouTube. From what I can tell, it looks pretty good. I will post it. Hopefully you can see, like, I don't know, like what, you know, what the stream channel looked like, but it looks like the stream was pretty healthy to me. I can see some little glitches and lags and stuff like that, but I think the easier path for me to do is going to more than likely be streaming on Twitch instead. But I want to make sure I'm able to bring content to you guys for streams on YouTube, since that's where the large majority of the base of my subscribers are. So that way I can, you know, hopefully you guys can help me grow the channel, get into that money making place, so that way I can then you know, bring you guys additional content with other games, and just basically create a stream schedule for the different games I'm playing. One of the ones that I'm thinking about playing this week, maybe I'll bring some of that tomorrow, is Off the Grid. I was in alpha test for that one, so I'm like kind of intrigued about bringing to see that. Another extraction shooter. Extraction shooters haven't necessarily been my favorite thing, but nonetheless, it's there. So we'll see what that is, but level 30, pretty much kick it into gear and get to 60, 61 probably to buy it within a stream. This is heavily delayed. We'll finish up as soon as we talk to Momo, the Value Vigilante. I do not remember this quest. I'm trying to figure out why this horse wasn't sprinting. This is technically the first town that you see, so I don't spend very much time here.
I'm Hans, of your praises. Anyway, the Sage Alustin is waiting for you. Anyway, the Sage Alustin is waiting for you. Anyway, the Sage...
Okay.
This says that Red Nose has been defeated.
If that's the case, why the hell's this village still in this state?
Well, guys, I appreciate you sticking around, checking out the channel. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Until next time.
My love, what will I tell Helen? To think I'd be widowed at my age.
I prayed this year would be free from that curse, and yet here we are in another drought.
Aye, and the chief's granddaughter's coming of age this year.
Oh no, whatever shall we do?
Gah, what's the meaning of all this?
The trade wagon that left yesterday has been raided again.
Hardell is considering severing ties with us.
Goblins again? How many guards do we need to stop them? The entire guild will starve at this rate.
Oh, wise one, this village is filled with bad spirits.
Shouldn't we do something with the chief's granddaughter first?
In times like these, we need to stay vigilant from within as well. And to do so,